What's up, internet friends? Zeke back at you with a new video. Welcome in, and buckle your seatbelts and make sure your tray is in its upright and locked position. We are about to take off. Today's project is a beach scene. We're using acrylic paint and our imaginations. Something far too many of us do not utilize anymore. Now for this painting, I'm not aiming for anything natural. I want my colors to be bold and fantastical, and I want to create a vivid environment with very dreamy undertones, like creating an entire world from scratch. I teach a lot of beginner classes, and I've come to notice that when starting out, my students usually struggle with clouds and waves. Most beginners approach it with structure and usually jams them up. My philosophy is if you struggle with clouds or anything else, don't avoid painting them. Instead, lean into it. Face your struggle head on. Dedicate entire paintings to clouds. Just like anything else you do, after doing it over and over again, you'll eventually get good at it. Now, everyone has a preference when it comes to art, and as much as I appreciate and give mad respect to the time and effort that goes into painting hyperrealism, I personally like paintings that look like paintings. Some of these artists are so damn good that they will absolutely trick your eye into think you're looking at a photograph, and it's mind-blowing. But with that said, I feel like every painting has to have a hint of realism, otherwise it doesn't really work outside of abstract. I'm going with my imagination on this painting because it takes off the pressure of not coming out exactly like a reference. It's a more freeing and enjoyable experience. My beginner students always seem to put so much pressure on themselves to have their paintings come out as close to the reference as possible. Like, doing it this way eliminates that pressure and creates a whole new pressure, but it eliminates the pressure of creating a carbon copy. Doing this exercise allows you the freedom of being completely creative. Personally, I like to exaggerate and push my colors to extremes without disrupting the original tone that I set. Even though I'm not using a reference on this one, I am basing it off of a place that I've been. Now, I've been to beaches all over the world, beaches in Thailand, Indonesia, Jamaica, tons across the Caribbean. But one of the more beautiful beaches I've ever seen was in Honduras. The water was so magnificently blue in the distance and so clear the closer it got to my eye. It was like a gorgeous dream beach that you never want to leave. Now, right here, this palm tree ended up being one of my regrets in this painting. I would rather that I put the palm more to the right of the canvas so it doesn't look like it's coming out from the top of the structure on the left. My intention was to make the palm emerging from behind everything, and that would have been accomplished a whole lot better by making my line a little bit more to the right. But it doesn't look too horrible, so I'm just going to move on. And that's almost the point of this exercise, is to be free and explore ideas without worrying about messing up. I'd say that I did about 90% of this painting with a medium flathead brush. I probably only spent a solid 2.5 hours painting this. I probably could have put another 2.5 hours in easy. I can be notorious for keep on adding and adding until I completely destroy a whole painting. So I'm just gonna stop here and just add a few extra details. The end is always my favorite part, adding the small and minute details. You kind of got to find a sweet spot to quit, a place where you know you could be satisfied with it step back, admire, nod, and just be like, yeah, yeah, es bueno. We're all our own worst critics, so don't be too hard on yourself. You can always improve. No matter how much time or effort I put into a project, no matter how hard I worked on it, or how much I've improved, or how good it actually is, the only thing I ever see when I look at my own work is my mistakes. And that's just something that you have to accept and come to terms with and strive to do better with in the next one that you do. Painting from your brain can be hard, but I once did hear James O'Barr say that if he could get 60% of what's going on in his head down on paper, well, then he considers that a win. And I like that. So until next time, you guys, use your imagination and go out and create something awesome. That's my piece, y'all. See you next time.